Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to episode 2 of Dungeon Crusade, the Avalon Adventure board game portion of the game. Now, in this game, we have traversed from Hope's Reach. We're trying to find the crystals that we need to remove the curse so that we can enter the dungeons in the land and take care of some serious problems. We have found one such crystal at this point, one such rune that will allow us to do such magic. And we are exploring the rest of Avalon proper, looking for the rest of these crystals. Now, we haven't had anybody die yet, so this fate track thing at the top of the order, just put a token by it, isn't going to matter yet. We haven't even had a fight yet. I think we're rolling so mediocre that we're getting neither really good nor really bad things. So hopefully that will pick up as we go. All right, I think we're going to get right into it. We're not going to waste any time. Since we are ready to go, we got our 6 heroes all set up and ready to rock here, as you can see. And we're going to get right to it. Now, we haven't had any combat yet. Everybody's just kind of tooling around. We did dip our toe into an area of a dungeon we could get into. And as a result, we got a rejuvenation potion, which is right here. And some gold, 400 gold. But then in the very next place, we went to a nice little town called Whitebrook where it was stolen back from us. So, some of it, at least half of it. So, we're going to continue on with that, with our adventures now, and move on to the next location. Okay, well, the next location, I think the right thing to do in this game is beeline as much as you can, though we're not getting any stuff, but we are going to go to the Tomb of Balin right here. So that's going to be where we're going to move to, because there is another token there for us. We're going to look for the Tomb of Balin, and here we are at the Tomb of Balin. Let's see what we encounter when we get there. And remember, there's one of these cards for each location on the board, quite a few. A 7, maybe that's a little better than average. Maybe something interesting will happen. No. Okay. Looking to rest in a safe area before venturing deeper into the tomb, the heroes discover a large torchlit chamber with no less than 6 ancient stairways leading in 6 directions. The heroes rest and ponder on which stairway to ascend or descend. Well, neither, I guess. But here's the good news. We did get to explore that, and as non-exciting as this current adventure is, we do get to check this to see if it is of value to us. It is not. It's one of the regular runes, but that's good because those runes allow us to do re-rolls. Okay, now we have to make some decisions. Do I head up around here? Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do. So I think we're going to go to Deadwood right here. It'll be our next location. Now these markers are showing that we have explored those areas. So we're going to find a Deadwood and see what happens to us there. Maybe something exciting. We'll see. Okay, here we are with Deadwood. Now don't read ahead. Let's see what happens. Roll a 5. Of course, we missed the battle. Going right toward the average again. We are so average, it's unreal. It says, as the heroes enter the poverty-stricken village one morning, they observe people wearing tattered and dirty garments while attempting to cultivate the land. Not one of the prettiest villages you'll see in Avalon, remarks Alain Riss, the village elder. He tells the heroes that he and other villagers are known as deadkin, a cursed type of person. He informs the heroes that this is what is left of the people who lived in Aramor before Lord Blackhand raised it, and it is now known as Ghost Isle. Okay, well, so we got some information. That's it. Blah, blah, blah. And we're going to move on. I really hope we roll some different things. I'm playing the game the way it's played, though, guys. So while I know we're not doing a whole lot, we're just kind of tooling around, listening to stories and talking to people. We've had a completely crazy, uneventful game so far. We'll see if that changes. Okay, well, we are going to move on to the Crypt of Zilia, and see if we can get into trouble there. That would be awesome. Let's see. I'm going to look that up, and we'll get it out on the board. Okay, here is the card for the Crypt of Zilia. Let's see what happens to us now. We rolled an 11. That means something interesting is going to happen to us. Let's see what that is. Put it right here. 11. As the heroes descend a long, cracked stairway into the crypt, they discover a beautiful western sanctuary with a statue of an angel holding a thick, archaic book. Select a hero to test wisdom. Oh, we're going to do a test. 12. That's pretty high. On a success, the heroes take the book and understand an ancient healing spell found within the book. Roll 1d4. The result is health is restored to all heroes. On a fail, the hero shakes his head and tosses. Well, we haven't taken any damage because we're not fighting anything. So wow, that was the most interesting thing that's happened to us, and it's not helping. Well, we might as well just give it a go and show you what a test looks like. It looks like it's up to Zeke again to make the next check. He's got the money and the rejuvenation potion. He's done everything. He's the one that wants to venture down into the dungeons. So he has to roll a d20 to do a test. The test is a 12. He has a wisdom of 3. So a 6 plus 3 is 9. He fails, but it doesn't matter anyway because failing didn't do anything bad in this case. So we have explored the Crypt of Zelia, which means we're going to put an exploration token down there, and we get this token. Hopefully it's the right one, otherwise we have to go all the way across the board. It is the right one. We have succeeded in finding the next of our 3 runes. This is going a lot faster than I thought. But we have some traveling to do now, because now we're going to have to head off to the Ghost Isle as we continue to now go down this path and search for those runes over there. Okay, here is the card for Ghost Isle. What do we get? We got a 6 because we're Mr. Average, which means nothing's going to happen. I've learned something about these cards. If we roll average, nothing happens, and that's all we've been rolling is average, except for twice, and there was good things, but it wasn't that great for us. As the heroes are traversing the westernmost part of the isle one evening, they gaze upon the Sea of Anguish and catch sight of the dreaded Sea Wolves pirate ship with the evil captain Omar Von Dupree screaming orders at the helm. So we get to see that. That's all very cool, but nothing actually happens. So we have passed that. Now we're going to continue on to the Sea of Anguish, where there's some crazy vortex here. Wait, there's 2 locations there, Sea of Anguish and Tower of Kings. I guess we're really going to the Tower of Kings, right? But we're going to go there and continue on because we're heading down toward this section. We're going to work our way down here and see what we can find. Okay, here is the Tower of Kings. Now, one of the interesting thing about this is when we do find all the runes, we're heading back. If we cross over those places, we're more likely to have bad things happen. Because as you can see, when it's unexplored, we roll a d12, but when it's explored, we're only rolling a d6. So, here we are. We're at the Tower of Kings. We rolled a 1, actually. So let's see. Oh, we're going to have our first battle. Okay, it was kind of cocked, but it was a 1, so I'm going to leave it a 1. Okay, and it says, battle! As the heroes emerge from the wooded area to the east, they find the kings of Avalon battling 3 orc archers and 3 orc siege breakers who are attempting to lay siege to the tower. Give each hero 1d6 orc archers and 1d6 siege breakers. Have 2 health each and a toughness of 4. Assign 1d12 to each orc to keep track of their health. Okay. Each hero must combat one of the orcs. It does not matter which. Each round of combat, a hero rolls 1d6. If the result is equal to or exceeds the orc's toughness, deal 1 damage. If the result is lower, the hero takes 1 damage. Okay, so as you can see, when we do get into battle, it's pretty darn random. But we're going to take the battle board out now and get ready for a fight. Okay, we are set up for our battle now. Now again, it doesn't really matter what order we go in. We just know we have to roll a d6, and we have to exceed their toughness of 4. They have 2 hit health each, and they're represented by the d12s. Okay, well, let's get started. We're going to start in initiative order. We're going to go in initiative order because that'll be easier to track. Here is our first character. That is Enwyn. She's going to fight her orc. A 2, which is not going to be enough to get through the toughness rather. I'm having a hard time speaking today. Okay, so the sad part about that is this is how quickly this is going to go. We just took a damage. We went from 9 to 8 because we failed to damage that orc. Okay, next up we're going to our Sir Brennan. He is right here. Going to roll a d6 for him. We rolled a 5. That means the orc is now down. His orc is now down to 1. Then we're going on to our mage here. He is, where is he? Right here, fighting this orc right there. And he rolled a 2, so he takes a damage. This isn't going well for us. Next up, we're going to go to Fadwin. Yeah, wait, what's her name? Palom Gannemeyer, the rogue. She is up here, and she's going to attack that orc. She rolled a 4, so that meets or exceeds. So that means she does a damage to her orc and does not take a damage back. Then we go to Faith. That's cocked as all get out. She rolled a 5. She too gets to do 1 damage. And then, we already went on a sequence, didn't we, with our big warrior? We did. Yeah, because wait, no we didn't, so he gets to go next, yeah. A 2, so he will take a damage as well. Luckily, he's got a lot of damage to take, as opposed to some of the characters. Okay, that's it. Basically, we go back around. We're going to go back now to our archer. She's right here. She hadn't done any damage. She still doesn't do any damage, and it takes another damage from the orc. Next up is our warrior. He rolls a 3. He does not, or our knight rather, he takes another point of damage. Or takes a point of damage rather. Then we go to our wizard. He's awesome. He did finally do 1 damage to it. Our rogue took a damage. We're just getting the snot kicked out of us because it's completely random. And then Faith will get a 4. That is good. That means she killed her orc. She will no longer be taking damage. It is off the board. However, the way I read the rules is they can't then go help gang up on somebody else. They just have to go back and take a breather, right? So she is done with her orc. And then we are going to go to our big barbarian, Melilak. And he rolls a 4 and damages his orc. Okay, back around. We're going to our archer. She is going to roll a 5. She finally damages her orc. Our paladin rolls a 1. He takes another point of damage. He did good in the first round. He damaged the orc, but now he's just getting beat. Remember, we don't have a lot of healing, so it's not very good. Okay, then we're going to our wizard. He rolls a 2, takes yet another point of damage. He's down to 6. He's not that tough. Our rogue, she rolled a 5, so she has killed hers. She comes off the board. Good for her. Our cleric rolled a 1. She takes another point of damage. Our barbarian now he rolls a 2, takes another point of damage. And he's down to now 10. All right, we're going to keep going. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So our archer, she is here. She rolls a 5 and kills her orc. She comes off. Next up is our paladin. He rolled a 2, so he's going to continue to get pummeled by this orc. He's probably fighting one of the archers because he's not an archer. That would make sense. And then our wizard rolled a 5, killed his orc, so he is off the board. Then we're going to skip over to our barbarian. It's just the last 2. He rolls a 3, takes another point of damage. So the 2 big giant warriors are getting their tushies beaten down. The other ones have all solved their problem. So we're going to go back to our guy there. He does not. He takes another point of damage. He's down to 6. Wow, he is just taking a beating. And then our barbarian, that's probably a foreshadowing right there. He rolled a 5. No, he gets rid of his orc. That's it. We'll go back to our paladin. He is going to keep taking damage. He might die. He's at 5 now. He rolls again. That was cocked. A 3. He takes another point of damage. He's down to 4. It's totally random. I can't use any abilities or anything, so not helpful. A 4. He finally kills it. Okay, but he has been damaged. So there, that was a simple battle that we had up in the Ghost Isles, or rather up in the Tomb of Kings. And that's going to be that. All right. Well, I could have used these to re-roll, but I thought I'd save them for something more important than getting snot kicked out of us by some random orcs. Now, there are cardboard miniatures for the game. There's actually quite a few. And I didn't use them because it just says use the D12s to mark their health, so that's what I did. All right. We have explored this area, so we can move on. I guess we cannot go diagonally to the Tomb of Souls, so I think we're going to go to Salemport. Since we're on this island, we'll go to the town there and see what's up. Okay, here we are at Salemport. Let's roll our D12 and see what we get. A 4. After defeating a vicious group of pirates known as the Sea Wolves who were attempting to raid Salemport, the heroes' weapons and gear have taken considerable damage. They must pay 300 gold to the blacksmiths for some repairs. The heroes may combine their gold at their expense. If they do not have the gold, they must give the gold they have. So, we did have 200 gold, but now we helped. We took a hit for actually helping the people in the village. And it says, and then move to the region they were previously in. Okay, I guess we're taking a different route. We're going to go to the Sanctum of the Dread, right there. The Sanctum of Dread, right there. Because, that sounds way better than some town. So we're going to go there instead. Let's see. Sanctum of Dread is right there. Let's see what we get. Gotta clear the dice up here. An 8. Let's hope that's something pretty good. 8 to 10. As the heroes venture to the second floor of the sanctum, they head east and discover a gruesome type of laboratory with many dead young women laid out on thick wooden tables and piles of white gowns in the corner. Randomly select a hero and test willpower. 9. On a success, the heroes move the gowns and find a chest worth 1d6 100 gold in it. On a fail, the heroes are disgusted and leave the room quickly. Okay, so willpower. I'm looking at the characters. I think the best bet is going to be our cleric, Faith. I mean, she has a 3, so let's see what she can do. An 8. Now that would fail. It's a 9, but she gets to add that to it. So that goes up to an 11, and she succeeds. So we get to roll a d6. A 3. So we've recovered, out of the money we lost, she recovered 300 of it. Yay, we get some of our money back. Okay, and that is going to mark the end of our adventures in the Isle of Dread. Hold on. That's not there. The Sanctum of Dread, where is it? This was down here somewhere. I think it was in Castle Black, yeah. Okay, I'll go back and look. I'll make sure that's in the right place because we're going to end this episode after we hit this spot right here. Okay, then we're now going to the Tomb of Lost Souls, where we're going to actually attempt to store or search for this next rune, the Tomb of Lost Souls. Okay, here is the Tomb of Lost Souls, and we rolled a 10. Hopefully that's something really, really good, because that's probably not quite as good as it can get. So it says, as the heroes are observing the tomb entrance, there is a skull buried in the sands under some driftwood. Select a hero to test willpower 11. On a success, the hero discovers the skull and finds 1d6 100 gold within its mouth. On a fail, the hero turns their attention to a small doom-claw scorpion scurrying in the sand. So we need to get an 11, and it's going to be another willpower test. So I think we're going to go with Sir Brennan. He's also got a willpower of 3. And let me think about that. I think that's the right thing to do. I mean, no one's got a 4, right? A 19. Well, he clearly makes it. So we get another d6 times 100 gold. 600 gold. I'll go get that. All right, there is our 600 gold that Sir Brennan... sorry, I'm saying his name wrong. Sir Brennus got. It's Brennus. Okay. And that means that they have left the board. Now we get to check this crystal, or this rune rather, and see if we found the next rune in our search. We actually did. So we have all 3 of our runes now. Now all we have to do is get back home. So we don't have to go after any of these other ones. We just have to return back to Hope's Reach and have some adventures along the way. So we're going to stop right there. Then we'll start to make our way back. Of course, we have explored the Tomb of Lost Souls. We're probably going to come this direction and avoid some of the areas we've been in before. Now we are going to have to cross over in Westbrook, probably Witherbrook Forest West again as we make our way back up. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying this little playthrough of the Avalon Adventure board game as we prepare and get set up to play the larger Dungeon Crusade game. Thanks. Talk to you soon. See you in the next episode.